Today I have a really stupid idea. So because there's something deeply wrong with me, I'm going to try and send this 150 pound weight into space at 10 times gravity. And that's really basically it. Normally you'd start your way here and work your way up as you were able to afford upgrades without added gravity. Me, I'm stupid, so I'm gonna go like this and pretty much limit my penguin to hanging himself repeatedly. But what can I say? That's $7 whole. So at this rate, our best chance is probably to just start upgrading the coil as much as we can. And the next upgrade is $41, so that's gonna take a while. But did that make a difference? We got the weight to wiggle so far, that's something. Plus we have 2 springs now, so that's gotta be worth $8, maybe even $9. Luckily I can use fast forward mode to just go like this. It's still not quick or fun, but it's gonna work. And as a very wise person in the comments pointed out, you can actually just leave an auto clicker running right here and it will rapidly take you through to do this run again and again. And then before you know it, you've earned another $7, which brings you up to 88 entire dollars. So I'm not even sure if I want to add a body right now because the body's just going to be extra weight. I think I want to maybe save up for the DIY because it has the most power. We're going to need power to get things off the ground. But I will maybe try our propellers for now. They may make a difference. I think I forgot to use them. Either way, they're not going to be enough to lift the weight by itself. But look at that. That's $123. Why? Because of airtime and payload bonus. We get lots of money for not lifting a weight. Maybe this won't actually be as bad as I thought. I'm just going to hold this down every time we launch. Okay, so after doing this a few more times, you saved up $836. I'm actually not sure if the DIY rocket's going to be the way to go on this now, but I'm going to try it. Then I'm going to upgrade my launcher a few more times just in case that makes a difference. We're going to give the DIY a little more power, and then I'm going to upgrade the propellers also to maximum level. Maybe now we can at least get the thing off the ground. Oh, it came off the ground. It didn't go very far, and the DIY rocket isn't really doing much for me right now. Even if you point it straight, still nothing. $8. Now we're just going backwards in a hurry. Maybe I need more propellers. So the DIY rocket's just going to go away for nothing. And I need something with extra boost slots. So for now it's going to be a trash can for some reason because that makes sense to my brain. And I think for now I'm just going to go with more propellers to hopefully get me into the air lasting a little bit longer. Basically for now I need to find a way to earn enough money to buy a rocket that can actually get this thing into the sky and keep it there because this isn't working again. We're back to $8. I think something about the additions I've had pull me back down to Earth. I need to stay in the sky, so we actually need to undo this and maybe also get rid of this brilliant trash can. So we're back to simply the coil and propellers. There we go. Something about this leaves me actually hovering just right there, and that's enough to earn me money. Like that was worth $280. That's really not a lot in the grand scheme of things, but that's a lot for me now. I'm pretty sure this is just kind of confusing the game and make you think that I'm actually carrying that payload in the air all of this time, which I'm not. It's on the ground, but there's $290. So at least if I ever need to make money, I know how to do it. It's not quick, but it works. And if I really manage to make this thing rock back and forth and land the thing to the side, I can actually fly for a long time. This is a strange little exploit I never... What happened? I'm not sure what really happened there. There's $341. We were flying forever though. That daily interest might have to be our friend too. Okay, so after using this winning strategy for a minute, we're up to $14,000, which means we could buy just about any body in the world. So I think I'm going to try a regular space shuttle. Hopefully that will get it off the ground somewhat. Then we're going to upgrade that maybe once. That's really only increasing speed right now, so we're not going to do that. What I am going to do is use dark matter to reduce the weight. So we're going to go from 36 pounds down to 30. Of course, that's really multiplied by 10, so I don't really know what's about to happen. I'm just hoping the rocket can actually get us off the ground. And yes, we're launching a... we got off the ground. We got a massive $17 for that. All right, let's go. Let's do that again. I just want to see if I can kind of maintain... I think I need to lose the shuttle so I can hang the penguin to make money. Otherwise I make $17 and that's not going to be enough for now. But I've proved that's going to work. I just need to do this enough times for now to grind some money because I don't know any other way to actually make money for now. Even this isn't foolproof because I might have ruined it by upgrading the coil too much. Although even if the penguin's lying on his side, apparently, we're making all our money in daily interest apparently. Okay, well, whatever the case, I don't know why that's happening. We're just going to grind up some money like this for a while until we have enough for some proper upgrades to start making money in the sky. Okay, since I've made enough money now to unlock a nuclear reactor, let's try that delicately, but maybe also with just the penguin. Not sure if even this is going to be enough to get this thing off the ground, but we're about to find out. Well, we made it up into the sky. It's going to be really hard to get that thing under control and going upwards. $140 though, who am I to complain? Let's do that again. This time I'm going to engage your propellers, which are clearly going to help us move upwards. $142. It's going to be a long day. So I'm going to take the propellers off for now and just buy the dark matter. That way to lighten the load a little bit. That'll get us very slightly higher, which means we can make more money for now. See, look at that. We almost hit the moon, I swear. And we actually made less money somehow, despite the fact nothing really fundamentally changed except we got lighter. Okay, well, let's add a balloon to the mix then, because I don't know what seems to be working here. We have a max power balloon, so look at us go now. The sky's the limit. Did the balloon help at all? I don't think the balloon helped much. We're back to $138. That's good enough for me. I'm going to grind this out for a while. Using my little strategy, we built up $25,000. I'm starting to think that the dark matter isn't really going to matter much because we have 10 times gravity anyway. Making something lighter is not going to affect gravity. So we're going to go back to our space shuttle for a second, which we can use to add all sorts of things onto. We're going to try a rocket boost. We're going to leave the dark matter for a moment and maybe try another rocket boost because that gives quite a bit of lift, but so does the bell nozzle. We're going to try a bell nozzle too just for fun. Then we're going to see if we can actually get a little bit into the sky with this one. That's kind of working. When it's not enough to overpower gravity yet, but it's getting closer. And this hurts to say, but we just beat our record for earnings. Okay, so now I just got to figure out what parts of it was it helped get us up there. I'm going to give 2 levels to this and 2 levels to the F1 bell nozzle. I'm going to get rid of the dark matter because I really don't think that's going to matter much. I think I might actually try a money turbine. It's going to add weight, but if it gives us money, money's kind of one of the big problems right now anyways. So let's see what happens now. Can we at least overpower gravity? No, it still pulls us to Earth pretty quickly. How is that bird flying? There's 10 times gravity. But there's $730. That's easy money. I'll take that for now. I'm just going to do a few launches. We need money. So basically my strategy has evolved to this. I'm just using the auto clicker technique and fast forward to launch a rocket repeatedly back into the ground. But we're getting something like $900 per run. That technique actually got us up to $76,000, so I can actually sell the space shuttle already and buy the Omega shuttle, which will hopefully give us more power to get us upwards. It also left me with $30,000 extra dollars. Omega boosters would be better. Maybe before we buy anything, you know what, I'm getting a shuttle reactor, never mind. Now, will all of this be able to overcome gravity, at least yet? This was such a stupid idea. We're getting closer to getting up there, but it's still a really stupid idea. Oh good, there's that secondary booster I was hoping for that can't even lift us off the ground. Not entirely sure this can actually be done at this point, but we're gonna find out. We might just need more Omega parts, which sucks because they're really expensive. But if I sell the stages, I'm up to $33,500. I think I need $50,000 for the first Omega whatever, so that's gonna be fine. We are now making over $2,000 per day, I think because of daily interest. Not really sure how that works, but I guess the more days that go on, the more money we make. If that's the case, that works for me, because eventually we'll get rich just from doing nothing. Or the interest maybe grows simply on the amount of money I have every day. That's why it's going up incrementally. So this was 1,621. After the next day, it should be a little more because we have more money in the bank. That actually makes a lot of sense, and that's very helpful to me. So I'm going to take advantage of the $62,000 and keep earning interest for now because I need it. That actually went surprisingly fast. We're up to $887,000. So how much money exactly am I earning from interest every day then? Apparently we're making $11,000 per day, $10,000 of which is interest because our rocket sucks. And we seem to be capped out on our daily interest. But that's alright. That's going to allow us to get things like the Omega boosters, which are going to be hugely helpful. We're going to upgrade those. I'm going to upgrade my shuttle once. I'm also going to take up my nuclear reactor and we're going to replace that with an Omega coil. That still leaves us with $742,000. So let's see how well this is going to work and how much money it's going to make us. We got some kind of achievements because we're actually making it upwards very slowly. I think gravity might take over, but we're getting there. The game seems a touch laggy too for some reason, but that's okay because we're starting to win slowly. 150 tons at 10 times gravity. There we go, $13,000 for a single run because we actually made some money elsewhere. So the money turbine's gonna go. It probably does make us money, but not enough to make a difference. Let's try Omega boosters. Then I don't know if an Omega balloon is going to help right now, but it's not really going to hurt. $100,000 kind of stings though. So is this enough to get us into the sky? The Omega balloon won't do anything yet anyway, not until the other ones run out. We're actually maintaining speed finally, so this is actually enough to overcome well, we're losing now. We were doing okay. I think we're still going up, but it's kind of a losing battle. So back down we go. But that's definitely a new record. Could you imagine how heavy this thing would be? Like what would happen if we hit a kite or a bird or a hot air balloon? So we're going to get rid of this rocket boost and we're also going to use an Omega booster here. Then I'm going to upgrade the coil. Maybe we should be upgrading one of these boosters. They're going to be the biggest help of all, I think. Then let's see what happens now. It's making that really annoying loud sound, but we're going very quickly upwards. I don't know how long we're going to keep this up for, but for now we're at 90,000. We're coming up 100,000 feet upwards. So I definitely got some extra money for that, and we're running out of steam. The balloon is trying its best to help. but ultimately it can't really do anything. We're forever shackled by this big weight. $20,000 though, so we've doubled our earnings already. So I think the only option really is to add another Omega booster. We could try and make it lighter, but if I'm understanding this correctly, basically with 900 pounds, it might help. We'll try a booster first. This would be a very easy way to compare the two. We're going to do it with just a booster, then we're going to replace a booster with lighter weight to see which one takes us further. Okay, there's 100,000 feet again already. I don't know if I should add any more balloons. I probably won't because they're really expensive and I don't know if they're actually helping. Anyways, I kind of forgot to pay attention to the altimeter. It was around 100,000 feet. We made $3,000 on altitude. So if we replace an Omega booster with lighter weight, is that going to make a difference? How much would that cost to replace? That much? That feels like a better launch already, but I could be wrong. I'm in fast forward mode, so it's a little hard to tell. So altitude reach was actually 3,300 there. So reducing the weight might actually be a pretty big help. We're going to do this one not in fast forward so I can see. Okay, we're coming up on 110,000. If we get one booster by itself, it doesn't work. The balloon probably helping a little bit. But so far, so good. I wasn't even sure we'd be able to get this weight off the ground at all, so I'm happy we made it that far. It took a few minutes, but we saved up about $800,000, so I'm going to upgrade the Omega coil again a few times. These cost $27,000 each, but they're going to give us a bigger launch initially for hopefully more money. We'll take ourselves down to about $400,000 again. And that's going to help us get up higher further, hopefully. Gravity might just have such an effect that it doesn't really matter at this point anyways, but we'll find out. So that was about our previous record at 115,000 feet. We're up to about 140,000 feet. We're very much fighting for every inch of this place. But that was our $25,000. So I guess it's back to this auto clicking through this. Well, I'll see you guys again in another 20 minutes. A few exciting minutes later, we're at day 397, $991,000. I think I want to try adding 3 balloons. They cost $100,000 each, but if I don't like them, I can sell them, just like my children. So I'm simply going to add 3 balloons to see if those make any difference at all while launching ourselves upwards. They don't add any weight, so they should only add lift. I just don't know how much they add. And they also trigger one at a time. Look at the fuel on the left, so I don't think they're going to be of any help at all, because by the time the good rockets run out of fuel, the first balloon is still going to be going, and only the first balloon. So I made it to 145,000 feet. Okay, the second balloon did start going, but it wasn't until we were going downwards, so that doesn't matter. And you get a full refund for the balloons. We're going to keep one because one might help. I'm going to try upgrading the shuttle a few times for maybe a couple $100,000 to see if that helps, because as far as I can see, it just increases the top speed, which isn't really going to help us that much, but it might a little bit. Okay, that might have actually made quite a difference, because now we're going up to 180,000, 185, 190,000 from 145, which tells me we need more shuttle now. That was worth $30,000 by itself. Now we have a max level Omega shuttle. The upgrades cost $50,000, which is less than these, so maybe we'll make these worth $50,000 for upgrades. Actually, the dark matter upgrade is still quite cheap too, so that's going to take us from 55 down to 51. That's a 10% weight reduction just about for only $70,000. So this should actually help us, and we're almost at 200,000 feet, so we'll get 50 BP for that. So that's something. It's not 2 million, but it's a tenth of the way there. But so far so good until we hit that stupid alien. But this does show we can overcome the power of gravity right now, because those things are stopping us pretty dead. We're at $36,000. So I think we're going to have to go back to auto click mode to save some more money, because upgrades are stupidly expensive now.
Many unbearable hours later.
After letting things run for quite a while, we're up to 3.7 million, which should be enough for a few good upgrades. I think the first thing I want to do is try and reduce the weight, considering that only costs $8,000 per upgrade right now. So we'll maybe go this much. We're down to 44 pounds. Now we'll just do equal upgrades everywhere we can until we run out of money. I'm going to upgrade the coil for $50,000 several times. I'm not sure if that's going to be worth it. The shuttle also costs $50,000. It increases the top speed, so we're going to do that 3 times. I think the boosters are maybe going to be better. So let's try it right there with everything being equal, and it's costing $50,000 per upgrade, so we can get another 50 upgrades if we want. I'm just not entirely sure anything we do is going to be enough to get me up to 2 million feet or anywhere close to it, but we'll see. Luckily, I'm hitting everything in the sky on my way up, so that's slowing me down pretty badly, but we're making pretty good progress. We're at 250, there's 260. We're gonna maybe hit 300,000 on this one, maybe a little bit more even. Don't know why the thrusters go in different rates, but there's 335,000 with 150 tons at 10 times gravity, worth $53,000 all by itself. That pays for a single upgrade. I just realized one of these boosters was behind the other ones, so we have 50 upgrades left, so we're gonna go 5 on each of these, then maybe 5 on the shuttle, which I think is that many if I can count, and then maybe 5 on this guy. While we're at it, let's spend another $300,000 on weight reduction. So that's going to take us down to 38.5 pounds plus 150. So again, I'm not really sure the weight reduction is going to do anything, but I don't know how they calculate that fully. That seemed to make a pretty decent difference. I was in fast forward, so my flight trajectory got a little bit suboptimal. We're at almost 500,000 feet though. That's way higher than I thought we were going to get. All right, well, let's spend the rest of our $1 million on more upgrades. The boosters are all now plus 10. This is plus 13, that's plus 13, which should carry us pretty nicely over 500,000 feet up. In fact, that carried us to almost 700,000. That was worth $125,000. I don't know what that copy thing is or where it came from, but I realize we've also been neglecting the balloon. The balloon might be worthwhile because we're up to 830,000 feet. Oh, I see what I did. I bought as many upgrades as I could all at once. That's what that little cursor thing was last time. I thought the upgrade seemed a little bit expensive, but there's something else I need to do also. If we turn off 10 times gravity, we then need to launch simply a penguin 100,000 feet without any body. He might be allowed to have an Omega booster on him, and that would be okay. I think with the Omega launcher, he's probably going to hit his goal anyway. Oh yeah, I forgot we still have the weight. Nah, whatever, we'll take that with us. Don't know if we're actually going to get to 100,000 with this. It's a little bit slow. We got a penguin in space upgrade. Really works better with the whole, rocket apparatus around it. But we got 50,000. Yeah, it's going to be a little hard with the 150 tons on our back. But I mean, I could probably still do this. Let's try it again with a better launch because we're already at 33,000. This might work. Flight trajectory, not great. We're running out of fuel. Okay, maybe it's going to be a little bit hard with the extra weight. So let's reduce gravity by 50% and increase thrust and reduce... Oh yeah, we have to pick... Okay, reduce gravity by 50%. Okay, that kind of threw me into this automatically. This might do it though. Just don't run out of fuel along the way. I shouldn't be doing this in fast forward mode, but I've been at this long enough that I just want to get this done. Well, I guess we can reduce the weight. Say we go 1 pound, then we'll reduce gravity by half anyway. That should probably help. Yep, we like warped into 100,000 feet. That's kind of how much easier it is with, less gravity. I don't think we even need the thrusters anymore. We could have just launched just the penguin. So I kind of want to see what happens if we do that. Oh, that definitely worked because now we have the Omega penguin. But I'm really curious to see this now. We're going to sell that. We've got only $2 million to our name, which isn't a ton. But we're just going to launch simply a penguin with an Omega coil because I want to see how high they go. He's going to have 1 pound on him, but he'll get over that. 80,000 feet. But what's the Omega penguin? It's so cheap. Okay, we just go ahead and max that out. Plus it has all the extra stuff on it, but we're just going to sell all of that for a second. So just an Omega penguin plus the Omega coil with 1 extra pound. Wow, 200,000 feet in an instant. This is going to open up lots of options. I wish I had that today because he probably could have done this a lot quicker. But I did make it just about 1 million feet with the stupidest amount of weight ever, so I'm going to call that good enough.